Hey everybody, Eric Meisner here again. Welcome back to eMeisner.com. And today we're going to finish up this three-part series. I know I said it was going to be posted yesterday on Sunday, and I was not feeling well at all. Went to the doctors today, found out, I have fibromyalgia. It's kind of crazy, but hey, it is what it is. And that actually kind of goes into what we're going to be talking about today in this part 3 of how to make 2014 your best year starting today. And, this is going to be talking about habits. And like I said before, I know we talked about this last week at some point, but this is really going to kind of break this down a little bit farther. And really with habits, for me, because I enjoy shooting these videos, I enjoy doing trainings, I enjoy putting information out. And I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. I'm trying to get this information out all the time. So now on a day when you're not really feeling too well, I almost trigger myself to have a habit that I'm going to do this. And now these videos and these blog posts kind of become more of the exception and not the rule. So, yesterday when I didn't have the energy to get up out of bed and do this video, I didn't really feel good about myself yesterday because I knew I was forgetting something. I knew something wasn't completed. And that all kind of goes along with how your habits are formed. So we're going to talk about habits and in conjunction with the other two parts that we've talked about. So basically they're there to support your long-term success. If you don't blog or do videos, you feel guilty, and that's kind of how I felt yesterday. If you're not making your active phone calls, you feel guilty. And, doing things that are going to support your long-term success, when you don't do it, you don't feel right. You feel like there's something missing. You feel like there's a void. So that's habits. And what you really want to focus on primarily with habits is consistency, consistent action. All right, so what are you going to do every single day? If you know that you need to do A, B, and C every single day to get to your goal, and you're not doing A, B, and C every single day, then you're not being consistent. All right, A, B, and C has to be done to get your goal. So you have to be consistent and constantly working towards that goal all the time. All right, A, B, and C is to get to that rank or that income level. And if you develop bad habits, it's just gonna hold you back. It's gonna help pull you back. So what I want you to do is, because sometimes people make it to a rank, or they make it to an income level once, and then they never get back. A six-figure earner will make six figures one time. Now, they'll always be announced on stage as a six-figure earner, but you'll make six figures once. A lot of times, these people don't make it back to being a six-figure earner ever again. My background people okay? Background? Behind the curtain? Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. That's my daughter behind the curtain playing. So anyway, I'm going to teach you today some things to kind of self-check and look into yourself and see how we can avoid this from happening. I want you to make that six figures and continue to earn that six figures all the time. And they are really the key to long-term success. So for a good book recommendation, if you're in network marketing, you've never read this book, or if you're in the sales industry, you've never read this book, check out Og Mandino's The Greatest Salesman in the World. And there's a great quote from that book that says, if I'm going to be a slave to habits one way or another, I'm going to be a slave to good habits. All right, and that's it's actually really powerful. You are going to be a slave to habits one way or another. So you have the choice to decide which habits you're going to be a slave of. So let me give you some examples of habits. All right. Here's a bad habit for you. Um, Procrastination. All right. So you just don't feel like doing it. You're gonna put it off. I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it later. Next thing you know, later is 2 weeks from now, and you still haven't done it. Procrastination. In your business, that's a killer. All right. So you want to flip that habit around to do it now. Whenever you decide that you want to put something off, flip that switch in your head and say, do it now. So that's, you want to make these good the rule. All right, you want to make these good habits the rule. You want to make these other ones kind of the exception. So yesterday was the exception for me for not shooting a video, as opposed to the rule. That's my habit that I'm working on. Here's another one: being late. You're constantly late all the time to business meetings. You're constantly late for webinars. You're constantly late for training. You're constantly late for whatever, as opposed to being early. All right, that's a good habit. You want to be early. Not dependable versus dependable. Good and bad habits. You said you're going to be there for this three-way call and you're not there. Be there for that three-way call. Be dependable. Be somebody that your team can rely on. And a lot of times this is simple stuff, but it's so easy. The good habits, they're discipline. All right, it takes discipline. It takes self-discipline to be able to convert over to that. The bad ones, it's easy. It's easier to say I'm not going to do this. It's easier to say I'm going to be there, but don't show up. It's easier to say I'm going to be there at 7 and you don't get there until 7:20. It's easy. All right, so you have to really work hard and set your disciplines towards these good habits. What's another one? Disappears. You tap in for a few weeks. Next thing you know, you're gone. You can't be. Nobody can get a hold of you for a month. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? As opposed to being consistent, always being there. You don't have to necessarily hold somebody's hand every single day, but just be there and be able to support them. Touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. Just don't completely disappear. Don't be like my daughter who's hiding behind the curtain. All right. What else? It's a big one. Negative talk. If you're somebody who constantly bitches and moans about their situation, that's not a good thing. As opposed to being a person who takes responsibility. Somebody who bitches and moans, it's the company's fault, it's the product's fault, it's my upline's fault, it's my downline's fault, it's my sideline's fault. I don't have a good mentor, I don't have a good coach, I don't have, whatever it is. As opposed to taking responsibility. This is my business. I'm going to conduct my business. I don't need their help. If they're there, awesome. But I don't need them. All right, that's the habit you want to have. Let's see, one more. Getting to management mode and staying there as opposed to constantly building your business. This is a big one for reps. They hit a certain rank or they get a certain amount of people in their downline, and next thing you know, they're sitting at their laptop or they're whatever, and they're constantly refreshing their page. Oh, how many people do I have on my team now? How many people do I have on my team now? How many customers do I have on Autoship now? Right? And you're just kind of just refreshing that page over and over and over again, looking at their results. That's management mode, as opposed to actively building, continuing to build that pipeline. Sometimes the best motivation for an associate who's not building a lot, they're not as active as you want them to be, is to have their sponsor or their upline say, hey guys, I want to welcome Tommy to the team. I want to welcome Eric to the team. I want to welcome Joey to the team. That's huge. All right, so don't fall into that management mode, and it's very easy to do. I've been guilty of that before in the past, where I'm just sitting there refreshing my screen, waiting for results to happen as opposed to going out and making results happen. All right, so basically what you need to do at this point is take a good self-assessment, a self-evaluation, and look at your habits and see which habits that you have. And out of those habits, find out which habits are serving you and which ones aren't. and really make an effort, make this part of your goal if you want, to really sit there and focus on how am I going to flip that coin around to the good side of the habit and not the negative side. All right, that's pretty much it. So again, we're going to recap on this three-part. So you're going to write your goals. Number one, you're going to create a serious game plan for each goal. And then number three is you're going to create these good habits, these good serving habits. To, what you want to do at the end of the year is be able to keep going, because now you have that habit. At the end of this year, I would be able to keep doing videos, not because I need to, but because I like to. It's the habit. It's the rule, not the exception. All right. Jim Rohn always said, and it's a great quote, that if you set your goal to be a millionaire, the real gift is not you making the $1 million. The real gift is you becoming a $1 million person, right? And he's so right with that. When you become that $1 million person, now you're giving more money to charity, and you're just doing things. You're giving back to the community. You're doing whatever. You become that $1 million person. All right, it's not the $1 million that's in your bank account that matters. Okay, and Jim Rohn was phenomenal with that. So that's a huge takeaway quote for you. So I really hope that you got some value out of this series. I really hope it helped open some eyes. So that is my three-part series, and I will be back tomorrow with another video for you. But before I move on, tomorrow I'm also going to be talking about my A-team that I'm going to be starting. It's going to be open to about 50 to 60 people. It's going to be a weekly, basically, accountability. So it might be a week, maybe 2 times a week. It may be a webinar and training in the middle. But I'm going to be opening this up tomorrow, so keep an eye on my website for registrations on that. The price is going to be, very affordable. I'm not out to rape anybody for price. So it's going to be a very affordable price for you, and it's really going to help you really dig into this system. We may do a 90-day blitz if you want. It's going to be an 8-week accountability. All right, so we can't do a whole 90-day blitz, but we do a 30-day blitz, and have some contests and challenges and stuff like that in the process. So it's going to be a lot of fun for people who are totally serious about taking their 2014 to that next level, to that next plateau. You definitely want to tune in tomorrow and get the details of this A-team. I really think it's going to be beneficial for you. All right, and also if you're still struggling to find people to talk to about your network marketing business, feel free to shoot me an email at emeisner@gmail.com, EMIZNER@gmail.com, and I will send you my 15 sources for network marketing leads, totally free. And that's it. So guys, I appreciate you. I'm grateful to have you all tuning into my website and tuning into these videos, and I really hope that you're getting value from this. If so, please like, comment, and share. But I'm truly grateful for you. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.